My dad was a great man. He was a great inspiration for all of us. He just, he had good vision. Uh, Always smiled. He had a smile that would knock your socks off. Never ever would get upset. The roof could be on fire in the building, and he would be like, "Son, relax. It's no big deal." He was just that simple. Um, just hardworking and always wanted to help people. His nature was just about helping people, and we just picked up on that. Some of us have a little bit of my mom in us, and she was. Both my parents were first generation here. My background's Greek heritage, and both my grandparents were from Greece.
Awesome.
And my parents kind of knew each other growing up, and they
Beautiful.
met, married. My father went into the army, came back, married my mom, and then got into the trucking business. But he was my best friend. He was my mentor. He was the whole 9 yards for me. He gave us some latitude, and if he saw things he didn't like, he would pull the reins back in a little bit. But he gave us a lot of freedom. But again, we had respect, and we knew what was right and what was wrong. He would let you make a mistake, but you could only make it once. If you didn't learn from your mistake, then he wasn't doing his job, and we weren't doing our job. But he would always give us tests growing up, and you didn't even realize he was testing you, but you were getting tests, and you could never say can't. Can't was not in the vocabulary. I remember I was probably 11 years old, and he was asking me to come up with a name for the company and draw a paint job for the trailers on it with a crayon or something. But he was always giving us tests, and he would, if we were horsing around a little bit in the house, and he'd come walking down the hallway, you'd hear his footsteps. You knew to stop right away. But that's all we had to hear, and that was the respect.